Let me hear you say pa 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 da pa 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 da pa 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 da pa 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 da pa 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 da pa 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 da pa pa. Crazy at this thing called love, just what I've been dreaming of. I can never figure out, oh, how you do the things you do. Is why I'm so in love with you. I like the way you make me smile. Boy, you give me butterflies. And when I look into your eyes, I'll see the future in me and you. Is why I wrote this song for you. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Just want you to know what I think of you. L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Baby, you've got what it takes to make your girl say L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. If I met you in another life and you asked me to be your wife, with grace and a smile I say, yeah, always now and forever. You be my one and only lover. Cause I like the way you make me smile. Boy, you give me butterflies. And when I look into your eyes, I'll see the future in me and you. That's why I wrote this song for you. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Just want you to know what I think of you. L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Baby, you've got what it takes to make your girl say L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. Pa 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 da pa 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 da pa 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 da pa 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 da pa 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 da pa 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 da pa 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 da.
Devils are crying, no. Market women are crying, no. Job we are go, we tire, oh, job we are go. Innocent people are dying, yo. The students are safely home. Job we are go, we tire, oh, job we are go. Job we are go, job we are go, job we are go. We tire, oh, the we are go, the we are go, the we are go, we tire, oh, the we are go, yeah, the we are go, we tire, oh, the we are go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Whoa. Liberia is bleeding, oh. The people are suffering, oh. The we are go, we tired, the we are go. We tired with the hunger, we tired eating curry, oh. The we are go, we tired, the we are go. Musicians are crying, oh. Hospitals are empty, oh. The we are go. We tire, oh, the we are go, the we are go, yeah. We tire, oh, the we are go, the we are go, the we are tired suffering, oh, the we are go. We tire eating garri, oh. We tired looking around. We are go. We are go. We are go. Good morning and welcome to Attorney Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson talk show. Today is Tuesday, May the 23rd, 2023. I am troubled. I am very troubled. I see the situation in Liberia. I don't see us going anywhere positive. Our country has turned into a tribal village. We're going back into the situation of war and despair in our country. Let me bring Samuel Walker on so we can talk about what's happening in Liberia this morning. Good morning, Sam.
Yeah, good morning, Roy.
How's everything, man?
Yeah, it's okay, but if it's bad, well, I hope that we continue the show this morning because it was so bad. We didn't have it coming.
Yeah.
I was walking late.
Well, let's get it on.
Yeah, that bro is kind of hot this morning with the news. PYJ, the attack on PYJ church. There are all kind of stories coming, and people are condemning Joe Howard Taylor. And NPP has suspended all guys that were involved. I think there were 18 or so. They have suspended them. The executive committee member met. Yeah.
You were able to identify them.
Yeah, they know them well. The video is there and they're clear. They didn't hide themselves. If from the NPP, although they had a CDC bearer, but they from the not for CDC, but from the NPP. You know, CDC, I mean the coalition that 3-4 political parties.
So let me ask you a question, Sam. I didn't see that video too clear. Did those people really enter PYJ church or they were just outside?
They were in the church, yeah. They were in the church compound, model car. They were right there.
So they did not enter the church?
No, they didn't enter in the church, but they were in the compound.
They were just making noise outside?
Yeah, making noise, beating drum and chanting all kind of political slogan. They didn't enter the church, but they were right at the door of the church.
No act of violence?
No, they were just insulting and the violence that I attack. Once you ain't gotta be physical, but once you use words, you know, and all.
No, that is different. This PYJ is a politician.
Mm-hmm.
He has turned his church into a political playground. That's fair. That's not a church. That's a political arena. He goes there to talk politics.
Somebody says a cult.
Yes, he goes there to interject issues with the Liberian government. That's not a church. That's a public forum, a political forum used as a church. So when people come there to demonstrate, and they are peaceful, they're not throwing anything, they're not attacking anybody, they are peaceful.
It was disturbing. It was disturbing. People in service.
That's not service. The man talking politics. You didn't hear what I'm talking? That's a political
I hear you now.
arena. Prince Johnson uses his church to disparage people and the government, to talk politics. That cannot be a church. You see, and this is the deceitfulness I don't like. When you're using a building as a political arena, calling it a church, but you're in that area talking politics, condemning people who are in politics, talking against the government and for the government, that place becomes a public arena. You can't claim it
like the case of Joe, in the case of Joe, we are church.
We are church.
Very
That's
good.
not a church. That's a public arena. That idiot goes there to talk politics. He talks the concerns of the nation in his church. How many times you see Joe we are going to the city hall or to the pavilion to talk political issues? He does it in a church. So his church becomes a political forum. That's not a church no more. So when people go there to demonstrate, they go there because the president working against their interests.
You get money over. Yeah.
If the president is talking against my interests, I have a right to go to his church and demonstrate.
No, I agree with you on that. That's not a church.
You can't say I'm disturbing your church. If I disturbing your church, then don't talk politics in church. Let it be a church. Go there and have your service for 2 hours or 1 hour and talk about Jesus Christ and get out. Well, you can call my name or my leader name or my party name or you can say anything and whether directly or indirectly to my church, I mean to my political party, you're attacking me too.
So let's go to the Bible. Can you divorce the church from politics? The church and politics.
Who determines what a church is? Is Prince John's church recognized by any organized church?
No, they're not member of the council of churches, in fact. The two churches.
But then is it a
Prince John's church, Joe church, they're not member of the council of churches.
Based on value judgment.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think with all the killing Prince Johnson has done, with all the lawlessness that man committed in our country, he's qualified to go preach about Jesus Christ? Do you believe that?
What I mean say he's protected. So I mean, now pastor. I'm saying now
when you say I ask you for your knowledge of that man.
So I'm saying from what he said, from his own statement.
I asking you. You are an educated man.
Mm-hmm.
You are.
I agree with you now. That place now a church. That's a political ground. I agree. All this not church.
Yeah, but then don't tell me where Prince Johnson said. If a crazy man come and tell you he president of Liberia, you salute him?
No, what I'm saying, he said he's protected, he got his this, he got it. That's what I mean. He's not your pastor because you're more using your chance for protection. Then you're not a pastor, you're not a man of God. That's what I'm saying.
I'm telling you, these people, first of all, as long as you use that church for politics, it cannot be a church. As long as you're a political leader, a senator, or whatever, and you go in that church and talk politics and attack people and talk about the situation of the country, that church is no longer a church. That's not the purpose of a church. We go to church to renew our souls and our spirits, to worship Jesus Christ, not to talk about politics. If we have people in the pulpit who are qualified pastors, ordained in the church, talking politics, that's different. That's different. Our political leaders cannot be our church leaders too. And that's why they destroy our country on the top. But people forget that. People forget. All the years Tottenham stayed in power, 27 years, our country was peaceful. Despite the fact that he was illegally staying as president. Our country was peaceful. Why?
He was dictator.
Well, we separated church from state.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We did not mix church with state. Tottenham did his shit on the politics. He punished people under politics. God was not involved with that. Tubman never talked about God when he was president. Tubman was a pastor in the church. My stepmother told me, Leona Chesson told me, she said when Tubman became president, he told them in the church, I will not step in this pulpit no more. I am a president. He said, you cannot mix church. He said, some things I may have to do as a president, it will not be condoned by the church.
That's true.
That's why God separated church from state. Because some of the things we forgive as Christians, the state cannot tolerate it to forgive. The state cannot punish you to set examples and deterrence. And that's where we fail in our Christianity in Liberia, when we mix church and state to the point that we think that forgiveness is across the board. Forgiveness is not across the board. Christians forgive different from state. There are some punishment the state cannot forgive. The state cannot punish you. To set, not only for punishment purposes, but to set deterrence so that people know that if you commit that crime, you will be punished. And no church, no praying, no asking for forgiveness will change that punishment. You'll be punished. Whereas with the church, you can forgive. You can tell the people go make sacrifices, pray 3 times, light the candle 7 times, ask God to forgive you 9 times. You can tell the person to do anything. And Prince Joseph say he forgiven. You ever see man forgive himself? I never seen a man forgive himself. You know, and this is what they destroy our country, man. Now, this is a man, he's using the church for politics. The people go there against him. It's all partisans. The NPP is a part of the CDC coalition. He was part. Okay, you were part of them. They when they demonstrated against you, they never went into your church. They never threw stones at your church. They never violated anything. They just made noise and stopped you from preaching your lies and deceitful politics. Then you get mad and you say you're calling 500 warriors to come in the capital city of Monrovia to protect you from who? From who? Whoever went against Prince Johnson to hurt him? Whoever threw one rock against Prince Johnson? I saw Prince Johnson standing in the yard there while the people were yelling and protesting. He was talking and all that thing. Nobody threw stone at him. Nobody attacked him. Nobody perpetrated violence against him. All the people were doing making noise and beating drums. Why would he get up and feel so emboldened as to call 500 warriors from his native land to come and protect him? Why would he call 500 native people from his county to come and protect him? Why?
He's preparing for war.
Right there is a provocation of violence.
He's preparing for war because that's why he called it 500 for what reason?
Leader of our country. You're not tolerant enough to know that in politics you can be attacked physically. I mean, physically and politically.
Yeah.
Political attack. It wasn't a violent attack. We can call it whatever we want to call it. There was no violence involved. None of the people went after Prince Johnson or tried to hurt him. So
that's true.
Call 500 of his criminals to come into the city. How can he do that? And you see, we tolerate this thing. Why we tolerate it? Because Liberian society is ignorant. The ignorance in our society is so bad, it's intolerable. That in itself is intolerable. Why would a senator feel so emboldened to call 500 warriors to come to protect him? For what? Nobody tried to hurt him. Nobody tried to kill him. Nobody tried to imprison him. But
That's
this is
true.
right. And you're in Liberia, you got to understand these things. People can't just incite violence and the potential violence in our country on stupidity. The man in politics, he going against his own party. His church is a political church. He doesn't speak anywhere else but in his church.
Yeah, church.
So if the people want to protest against him, where will they go? They go to the church. And that's what they did. Because these idiots don't know that we separate church from state. You're a senator. You got something to say against the state. Go in the pavilion. Call a press conference like you do. He does it too. He just call press conference. Why you gotta go in his church and use it as a political? You know, the people they do all of that. Then you can complain. You get
Yeah, they are back. Mother back.
That's not fair to our society. This is the same man that killed hundreds of Liberians, if not thousands. The very man that killed our people, coming to incite violence by calling 500 people in our city. For what?
So he's scared. He's scared of that. He kill. He kill. He don't kill her. Everyone die.
Yeah, but the part about it is, it's not warranted. You got the police. You got other people in the city there. Nobody attacking you. If the people, I mean, this is just the man scared to die.
But they
This is
say they went to him. They went to him demanding they want war crime code. But is that a place to go ask for war crime code?
it doesn't matter.
If they're going to warehouse because he's in power now, bring war crime code to try Prince Johnson. But instead, they went to his church to ask for war crime code. Instead, they should have gone to the president or the government and say, we want war crime code in the
It
capital.
doesn't matter where they go. You see, you're missing the point. You're missing the point. That's why our country can't grow. I'm telling you over and over that the man uses his church as a political ground. Then you still telling me that people go to their place for war crime code. No. The reason why they use war crime code is because Prince Johnson is afraid of the war crimes code. So they use something to make him scared. You antagonize him. It worked.
It's true.
He calling 500 people to come. Who will feed the 500 people? Who will get them money? Who will take care of them? You think about it now. 500 people coming to protect you. Who will take care of them?
So I'm talking about even they lost him. Where would they sleep?
He's an idiot. That's what I'm telling you. Now you
They just mad.
people from
They just mad bluff.
you causing confusion in our country. You calling all the people from our country, like you say, where they will sleep, where they will eat. So you got all these grown-up boys coming from our country to protect Prince Johnson. Without any money, without any place to stay, nothing. He's responsible for that. Any violence happening in the city, he's responsible for that. That's why we got to take our society secret and strong. Because we take things for granted. Our country will never grow. A man calling 500 people to come to the capital city should make all of us piss off and tell him this is bullshit. You started violence in our country. There was no violence at the church. If the people had read after Prince Johnson or they had thrown schools at him and he said he's going for people to protect him, we hear him. He got a grounds. But nobody hurt him. He keep outside and talk. Nobody attack him. They see yo he does in the church. And they see yo the people doing outside. He pissed off. What he pissed off about? We got to take our society secret. We play with our country too much. We don't know what is right and what is wrong. And this is why our country can never grow. Liberian people got to understand that when it comes to our society, nobody tampers with our society. Nobody threatens our society. What are you going to bring 500 men in the city for? For what? Our city is precious. We got enough zogos and criminals in the city. Why you want
Mm.
500 more people for what? For what? You see, you got to think ahead, man. You got to open your
You
eyes.
know, the people used to beat their war drum, so everything they got to start with like their war song.
Yeah, but we got to take this is what my show is about, Sam.
Mm-hmm.
My show is about teaching the Liberian people that we, the Liberian people, must take responsibility of our country.
For our country.
If we don't do it, our country will die. We can't say, oh, that they're doing this. No. This is our country. And we must let people know.
That brother is dying slowly.
We must let people know what we will tolerate and what we will not tolerate.
Sure, right.
And all of us got to be united in our voice. That's what they call it, collective action. The action of the people. And this is why I teach my people. And power comes to the people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to be in power to lead my people. I'm a lawyer. If the people trust me and know if I see something, I say, no, it's not right. It's not right. I don't have to be president. I don't have to be government official. Look at the Ayatollah Khomeini in Iran. He was not government official, but when he spoke, the people acted because they had a voice out of the government that they trusted. Because the whole government can be corrupt. Our whole society is corrupt. And those that are patriots, those that want to change our country must understand we must act together. We can't act alone. We can't divide ourselves and say, oh, that the people think. No, we must own Liberia. Liberia for us. If it piss off, we must get in the street and say no work, no school, nothing happening in our country. If we don't do that, we'll lose our country.
Mm-hmm.
We already don't have years.
I tell you.
Where do we get patriotism from? People teaching our children, from reciting things over and over. It gives us a sense of loyalty, a sense of patriotism. But when we don't do those things, right now, our school system down. Who teaching the children patriotism?
The word patriotism for me in Liberia is just lip service or thing, But Liberia has not been patriotic from day one. From the time I grew up here, I know Liberians have not been patriotic. They will steal and go out. Liberia is still like a village, and this country is rich with resources. So all these years, where have our money gone? So Liberians have not been patriots.
But Sam,
Yeah, they are not patriotic.
Our system has been deceitful.
Mm-hmm.
Democracy, and the president ruled for 23 years, 25 years.
27 years.
They're not democracy. Deception. It's a lie. It's a lie. And when I talk it, my grandchild to watch my show. They were talking, young talker. Why you always hitting my pa? Why? But because his grandfather was president of Liberia. Your grandfather was the longest reigning president we ever had. How did that happen? No president before Totman stayed in power more than 2 terms. Totman get there, he stayed there for 27 years. How did that happen? It wasn't happen.
He was a dictator. I mean, you couldn't do it because Totman killed a lot of people, right? Cool, other guys.
Yes, people, he killed people. He
jailed family and all that.
He changed our laws. He bribed the people. That's why our society is corrupt.
So poor guy afraid to even go against him.
Yes, because when he killed all the when I told you the whole story, it was Ben Freeman who brought all the indigenous people, the chiefs, into the legislature.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you remember we used to laugh at the chiefs. Say, "Oh,
yeah.
That was Benjamin Freeman because Benjamin Freeman was a lawyer. We're taxing the people hot tax. You cannot tax the people without representation. Our indigenous people did not know about election process. They didn't know about election. So the only people who could represent them good were the chiefs. And it was easier for the government to disseminate information to the people through the chiefs. Because once the chief says so, the people will do it at the dictatorship.
So say one. So say all.
Yes, Brenfman brought all of them into the legislature. As soon as he did that, Totman told him, "Oh, my man said you brought these people here, come be my vice president." As soon as Brenfman agreed, he got poisoned. He died a mysterious death. That today, the history book tells us our vice president died mysterious death. Nobody found out how the vice president died. Nobody cared to look. They just said our mysterious death. So when after that, there's a book called Liberia Past and Present by Richardson, that one of the oldest books. You read that book, you will see Benford's speech in it. When he brought all the chiefs to the capital, he told them, he said, all this is because of Totman. That's the need. So when he did that, and Totman poisoned, who you think the indigenous chiefs will look to for the leader? Because Benford was their leader. All of them were in the house. Totman got afraid. They thought Benford was going to be too powerful. So he told Benford, can't be my president, can't be vice president. So Benford agreed. And when he went over there, they poisoned him. He died. So all the indigenous people now, he had told the indigenous people that Totman was the man. So all the indigenous people went to Totman. So that way the so say one, so say all came from. So all the other Congo people were scared of Totman because he had all the indigenous people under his control because Benford had given them to him. And they had killed Benford. So at
the time there were no advocate.
Yes, there were no advocates. So they turned to Totman because Benford had already told them Totman did all this and he brought you, he made me bring you. So they were loyal to Totman. That had Totman could stay in power for 27 years because he made all the Congo people scared. He had all the chiefs under his command. He could change the laws. He changed all the laws from 2 years to 4 years. The president could stay 2 terms. He changed it. He said, nah, the president can stay as long as the people want him to stay.
Wickedness.
Yeah, so everybody voted. He killed Benford. He killed Coleman. Mr. Coleman and his son. They were against what Totman was doing. And those people, they fought Totman. That man.
Even Famula.
Yes, Famula, all they got. And what they got. And Port, Aberport, all of them fought.
Aberport, they lit, yeah.
Yeah, but Aberport, they were not strong enough, so they just jailed them. But the real strong people, he killed them. The Comans, Benford, the people who really had the indigenous people. I told you, my grandfather married Chief Pana's daughter because of his promise to them. When he brought the chief to Liberia, he said, I will marry your daughter to show your honor to you. That's how he married my grandmother. I promised to the indigenous people from my grandfather.
From the Gola region.
That's what I tell him. From all the people he brought, when he brought all the chiefs, he told them, I would take one of your daughters to be my wife.
I mean, your grandmother came from the Gola region, Gola background.
Yes, my grandmother was in the Lutheran school. The Lutheran church took the chief daughter. And my grandmother played the piano, she could bake, she could sew, she was educated. So my grandfather saw her, he said, okay, I'll marry her. And I was Chief Pana's daughter. So when he married her, he sealed the promise with the indigenous people. And I am that promise. That's why I tell him, I say, I am your leader. I am that promise that my grandfather made to you. I am my grandmother's oldest grandchild and only male child. Oldest male child, not the only, but the oldest male child. So I tell her, I say, I'm not promised to you. My whole life has been training me to lead people. from the woman that raised me. My mom didn't raise me. My mom didn't know how to raise me. My aunt raised me. And the way she raised me, my mom couldn't raise me like that. That woman started me. That woman took her time to teach me. Everything I know that started from that woman, Louise Wadsworth Smith. And that was not small woman in Liberian society, Sam. That woman was society woman. You call SMT, UBF, anything that woman was inside. So these are the historical backgrounds that our people have and have had for time immemorial. Sam is gone because the weather in Liberia is bad, so you got to excuse him. He told us about that. But all of this comes down to the deception that has been perpetrated in Liberia from time immemorial. You know, when Tubman stayed in power for 27 years, he destroyed everything. He destroyed everything that was honest and truthful in our society. He destroyed it. I want to move this mark from across my, hold on. He destroyed it. Sam is back.
Come with heavy food. The network is kind of breaking.
Yeah, I know. Wow, I was telling the people you were having problem. I want to set my screen up. Okay. Yeah, man, and you know, and that's just what I was seeing when you left, Sam. Our country has been bred in deception. In deception, sooner or later, you found out that this deception has been prospering in our society for too long. Now, the whole society is corrupt. Not only saying it, everybody's saying it now because you got to realize it.
Yeah, it's just all over. Corruption is like or toy now in like bro. Everybody is touching it.
Yes.
Yeah, so nobody afraid. Even the kids. I mean, mistakenly you leave something on the table, they will take it and care of it and they'll deny it.
That's what I'm saying.
And
Our whole society is corrupt.
our brother's going bad, oh, our brother's going bad.
Where do we choose this? Who do we blame? Ellen Johnson said it came. We hope she would have changed the thing. She made the thing worse.
Made it worse.
She made it worse. You
He's
know,
trying to bring Cummings on board.
Yeah, but you see the part about it is you come to our country. Our country is built on patriotism. Not on bribing people. You become president. Why you want to pay people $15,000 to come to run the government? Eh? This is supposed to be a patriotic thing. Anybody come to be sacrificial. You're supposed to come home to make that sacrifice to save the country. Well, we're going to pay people $15 million, $15,000 to maintain their families in America while you're working in Liberia. What kind of thing was that? You know,
a poor country.
Ellen Johnson Sirleaf was an idiot. I mean, all the people just leading us are just idiots, man. You know that we need a change in government. We need a change in our lives. We need a change. Because we don't get this change, our society will die, man. It will die. We do everything backwards. Our country is supposed to be built by patriots, not rogues. How you pay people to come home to build their own country? How you pay people and buy to come home to build their own country? How you do that? You know, Ellen Johnson said he opened a can of worms that destroy our country even worse. Then you won't pay them $15,000 a month to support their families in foreign country while they're working in Nigeria for what?
Actually, it was just a waste of resources.
It's still a waste of resources.
That money should be taken to do something better. The country is poor, and Liberia is poor and hungry according to the World Bank.
But Sam, do you know how many people will have come to Liberia to work for free?
Yeah, can't have build a country after war. Come, they will come.
People will have come on free to work for Liberia. People were sitting out waiting for change.
Yes.
But if you start paying people $15,000 to come work, That's corruption. That's stealing. So that means the people don't get that $15,000. They can't work. That's why Ellen Johnson said they lost all the people at the end of her first term. All of them came, they made part of money and stole and left.
And left and went back.
Yes. And she had to bring her children. That woman destroyed our country, man. She took our resources and wasted it. Why would that be something? Why would
and we learn she brought Cummins. We learned that she brought Cummins. She convinced Cummins to come.
She brought all of them. Cummins was
Yeah, you know.
Cummins was with the bank in Liberia.
IB Bank.
Yeah.
But she brought Cummins to work with IB Bank because they bought a bank. She and her boss man from the World Bank bought that bank. A Ghanaian, a guy from Gambia. So when they're having board meetings, see all the flags from around West Africa. Ellen brought this people, this guy to can buy the bank, so she a shareholder. IB Bank. That's why she brought Cummins to run the program where when contract come, project come to government or investors come, the investor must go through that particular group. Other than that, you won't succeed in Liberia. So Cummins was running the show at the bank. So when Cummins wanted to go into politics, she brought Esther Bernard, her brother-in-law, to take charge of the program. That what happened. So she brought Cummins. And you see the document coming in all on that bank, on that document. And the Pan African Investment Group also. Every investor that comes to Liberia must go through that group they call Pan African Investment Group. And through the bank, IB Bank, that what happened.
And they just rip our country off.
Yeah. So because she's not in power, and because she's not close to where again, so she blocked all the investment coming to Liberia.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? She blocked all the investment coming to Liberia.
Yeah, but the woman is World Bank. She's a World Bank agent for Africa. She gave World Bank Liberia, she gave World Bank Ghana, Nigeria. She opened all the doors for all the African nations through ECOWAS. She lied to those fools, those dumb, useless African men sitting there playing with their balls while that woman was using them to destroy West Africa. Now they all pissed off at her. You know, our people are just idiots, man, but we do it to ourselves. And that's why I tell you, Sam, we're supposed to educate Liberian people to know that we got the power, that we got to own our country. We got to say this country for us. And things we don't like, we're not tolerating it in our country.
Mm-hmm.
We're not tolerating it. We're not justifying it. We're not agreeing with it. We're not supporting it. We're outright rejecting it. And that's why the Liberian people need a societal leader that would tell us, hey, we can't take that. We can't take that. And not many Liberians can stand up and do that. You see, because our society is corrupt. It's corrupt and it's terrible. It's terrible, Sam. It's so terrible, there's no hope for us, man. When everybody would do everything for a little petty change, look at, you think a job, Ellen kept me out of government for 12 years. You didn't want me near her. Ellen know me. I told you, the day I became president, she came to America, my representative took me to DC to meet her. Me and Ellen took picture together. I got it in here. Ellen was glad to meet me, everything, we talk, everything. As soon as Ellen went in her room and talked with a juju man and came out, Ellen didn't want to see me no more. She didn't want to see me. The senator called and said, Madam President, I want you to meet Mr. Rodney Chesson. She said, I don't want to meet him. I know his family. And she just walked away.
Maybe she must have married a kid of top other guys, yeah, including her father, including a woman. Yeah, so I mean, she wants to see, maybe she know that you know about it.
No, the
and
woman,
when you get closer,
the woman met me, she hugged me, we took pictures together. I think we did everything together. When she went and talked with juju people, I don't know what they told her. She came back, she didn't want to see me.
you said that man will hit you hard.
Yeah, she didn't want to see me. Yeah, the representative for her. Say, Madam President, when you meet Rodney Chesson, what do you think the man was doing that for? The man was telling her this man is qualified to serve in your government.
Yeah.
She said, I don't want to see that man. I know your family, and she just walked away.
Hmm.
So, because, you know, I always been on Ellen for her shit. I always been on Ellen because Tubber brought Ellen. And she betrayed Tubber.
Mm-hmm.
Straight Tubber. Everybody there, Ellen. I said, no, this woman not right. When the war started, they told her too. I guess they told her too. I was one of the people that Claire Johnson was behind to come to join them. And I told Claire, I said, Claire, the woman is not right. The woman is crazy. And Claire Johnson died. They ambushed him. Stupidly. So, my man, it's
But
all,
this immigration guy that helped to smuggle Ellen out of Liberia during those administration, a guy family his wife and children crying on Ellen, and she didn't want to listen because the guy had to save her to leave his country, but she didn't want to listen. She didn't want to help them. Yeah, so you see, she's a person that doesn't forgive. She said it before that she just don't forgive easily. So what did this man? What did he do to you now? The man helped to save you. So when you got in power, now you couldn't even help. You couldn't stretch your hand to the man's family, and she didn't do it.
I don't people want her forgiveness. If you want her forgiveness, you in deep shit. But,
Bad girl, bad lady, man, bad woman.
but that woman,
We thought she was a good person, but that didn't
that
surprise
woman
me.
used Kuamba there. And they slept with Kuamba, she and Jenny and all that. They slept with all the soldiers and used them. You know, in security, Sam, as soon as I hit Liberia, all the boys told me everything. As soon as I hit all my security team, they tell me, "Oh, you're running, you did that person, that person." And I said, you know, as soon
So
as
let me ask you a question.
Mm,
What happens if a new government comes to power and they want to make you defense minister? Will you take it?
it depends on the government.
That's what
What
I'm
kind
saying. If
of
a
government?
satisfactory, yeah, that will satisfy you, a government that you love, and they can say, oh, but you a defense minister, or maybe you a police director also.
Well, first of all, you got to understand that I'm not a yes man. I
Mm-hmm.
follow, I follow rules. If they can agree to that, I will work for them. I don't work. I don't just work for people, my man. I rather sit down and just be poor, pay my bills, and just survive, than to put my hand or something that means people will fuss with. Because if you tell me something and say, Chelsea, take your job, that's your job, and the job description says I got power to do this and do this, I'm an educated man. I'm not coming to you to ask you what my job say I'm gonna do. No, the job got description. Tell me what I can
Mm-hmm.
do. What come under my control? If you don't let me do my job, why would I want to work with you? I can't work with you. It's not because of power, Sam. It's because of
Mm-hmm.
you want to make change. You know, even with defense, with our military, we accept change. You know, all the things we got in our country with our military and our police, all these things are obsolete. All these things are obsolete. Our police, our military, some of them, even if we got them trained, they're trained by foreigners. Look at our military trained by America. Our military not loyal to Liberia. Who they loyal to? You know, look at our military overthrew him by the Americans. The Americans took top of military to Sierra Leone and indoctrinated them and used them to come and overthrow Togo. You know, once foreign people train your military, how can you trust them?
That's true.
You can't trust them. Some of your people be loyal to them.
Mm-hmm.
Be able to buy your people. So this is the problem we're facing in our country. Well, our country is more international than Liberian. We don't have people who love our country. If we have real people who love our country, things will change.
That's
So,
true.
I worked with the government before.
Mm-hmm.
That state, I could have gotten rich, man. No, on a door government, anything was going. But I'm a patriot, my man. I can't work for my country and steal from my country. What am I doing? Is that the only thing I'm going to my country for this? When our lives get better, all of us will get rich. We get roads in our country, we get good roads, we get good hospital. All of our lives will change. All of our lives. I will get richer, you will get more money. If you poorer, you will get better pay. I will get better pay. Everybody will get better things, you know. But when we come to government with the intention of stealing and enriching ourselves, everybody suffer. Because if I steal it for myself, I cannot satisfy the whole country. I cannot satisfy the whole country. But if I make sure the budget I got to build roads, I build good roads, things will change. I may not get personally benefited by what I do in the short term, but in the long term, I will benefit because who did this? It was under this administration it happened. Look at Germany. You know what? That today the German people love Hitler. You know why they love Hitler?
Mm-hmm.
Hitler built autobahn. He built a highway in Germany. The best, one of the best highways in the world. Hitler built it. No speed limit. The autobahn in Germany, one of the best highways. And Hitler built it. He built many things in his country that the people respect him for. He put them to work. He get them work. When you build roads, you build construction things, you put the people to work. They get paid.
Yeah.
The nation grows. But when you just stealing, and nothing happening, nothing growing, benefit, they can't benefit. So that today, some of the people in Germany still praising him in his program. He built the people, the Volkswagen, I mean the people wagon. Folks in German.
Mm-hmm.
Volkswagen, the people wagon. He built it. Best cars still today. One of the best cars today in the world, the Volkswagen, still going strong. So people can bad. He has some bad tendencies, but he did some good things for his people. And I encourage him. Anything he told them to do, they did it, whether it was good or not, because he mesmerized. He changed their lives. He showed them a different direction. But when he was bad, most of the thing he did was destroy. See? That's the only difference between good and bad. When you good, most of the thing you do persevere. When you bad, most of the thing you do destroy. Look at Tottenham. Everything Tottenham did in Liberia almost destroyed. The nation he built, the fine nation he built, who sitting now playing the bullet holes all in his buildings and things like that. But Sam, is the hours up.
Mm-hmm.
Make your conclusion. Let me go.
Okay. What is going on, like, bro? Since it reminds me of A. Benedict Thoreau, the late. If you ever came across his book, like, bro, at the crossroad, all that this guy predicted that was happening so wrong, all that A.B. Thoreau predicted in that book. If you ever saw that book, like, bro, at the crossroad, all this thing happening, and if you were even advising his father about Barker Matthews and other guys, everything is in that book. And so we thank God we live to see these things happen. So he was a great guy, and we hope that things does not go don't go off hand, or else we'll be like Somalia or Sudan. Let us pray for this country. It's getting worse by the day. We thought it would improve, but it's getting bad by the day. And the great America, and most times they are involved in our politics, but they are mute. They will throw bomb and sit down and won't even help. Yeah, the ambassador talk a lot around here, condemn this government, how the government is this, that, and negative, but they are not coming with a solution.
And they still
So
support
that's
the
where we find ourselves. Yeah.
yeah.
So we just hope and pray that things good because tension is brewing gradually. Tension. You know, in like brother, we here we feeling the tension. In fact, last night about 6 o'clock, let me go inside. I want nobody bother me.
Yeah, but
Just
all
yesterday about 7 o'clock, they one guy Japanese says Warby. And, they attack him.
Harry Warby,
Yeah, yeah, Wabo. They attack him.
where?
But luckily for him, but Broadway yeah, around a View Junction. Luckily for him, this fuller guy, he had few friends with him in his shop, and they ran to help him.
Hmm.
Yeah, Warby, he just came from America here, wife.
Well, the situation will get better.
So like bro is getting bad. In fact, like bro is bad. We gotta pray for our country,
But
or
Sam,
else we'll be like Somalia.
well, one of the senators for no reason talk about bringing 500 people to the city to protect it.
But I was saying,
You know there's violence coming.
so Yaka will bring on the men because he got all his military stuff prepared from Ghana. Yaka is coming with men. PYJ is coming with men. NPFL Zogwa standing by to fight PYJ because during the war they never saw how they fought in that village according to the story. And the Zo had to come outside. How they divided. He went on his own, and Zoga still a child stater. So the warlords, the warriors, the killers stay around,
But you know it. Prince
and that's the
Johnson,
only way they can make life by killing and stealing and looting.
these people have been holding us hostages for since the war. And
Yeah.
America knows that. But when people they ask for our people are short-sighted. The whole society illiterate these days. We're going back to the days when we had 95% illiterate people.
Mm-hmm.
So I was listening to the show this morning. Everything is tribal. My tribe, my tribe, my tribe. So our country is going back to nativism. We got nothing but natives in our country. No, then everything is tribe, 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 and boost schools and everything. So we're going back. Talbot told us that too. AB didn't have to tell us that. His pa told us, say, "You're coming, we'll go back, 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 and we're going back, back, back." Have a good day, Sam. Okay, Sam. Sam stuck. Well, ladies and gentlemen, my show is done. I hope you all had a good time with us this morning. We dealt with Prince Johnson and his situation in that church. It's appalling when a senator of the Republic of Liberia uses his church to spew political jargons and bullshit against other people. Then when his church has become a political forum where people can come and protest against him, he gets afraid now and calling for 500 people to come protect him. Those people that went to Prince Johnson Church the other day were not violent. Now one stone was thrown. Nobody attacked Prince Johnson. We saw him in the yard, even with the people there yelling and singing. He was in the yard, looking at them, talking to them, doing what he wanted to say. Nobody attacked him personally. But when you take your church or whatever institution you have, and you're a political leader of our country, instead of going into the political forum to speak, you use your church or your building as the hall to spew political jargon and bullshit against other people. You cannot say your church is sacrosanct. It's not sacrosanct. It's not holy. It's a political arena. That's where you go to talk political bullshit. So when people come there to protest against your political bullshit, you can't say they're disturbing your church. You deal with it on a political level. And this is where we are with Prince Johnson, George Weah, and all these other useless leaders of Liberia who want to use the church as a platform to address the Liberian people. Your churches become political forums, and people can come there and protest against you and what you say. So long as they do not use violence, they do not hurt anybody. When your church is a political arena, it becomes a political place for protest. Prince Johnson, shame on you. George Weah, shame on you. All you useless leaders of Liberia, shame on you. Aluta, continua. The time of the people is now. My show is done. Have a good day, folks. We'll talk to you tomorrow.